everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. Here we are in this cave where we encountered werewolves, and Elquist came off a little bit worse for wear in that fight, unfortunately, that we had in here, but we've rested up. The rest of the party fine. Elquist is feeling a little bit, well, a bit under the weather, but we shall. He's a soldier. He'll fight on. As the leader that he is, he's not one to let a few injuries slow him down. So the rest of today, well, the rest of today's session, all of today's session pretty much, will be involving the further exploration of Glenebon. I'm hoping to finish Glenebon's grand tour in its entirety today. We'll see how we get on. Depends what we come across on our travels, but hey, that's the goal. And as you well know, with this game and other good RPGs, you can make as many plans as you want, and they always go to hell in a handbasket within 5 minutes. But anyway, we'll see. We shall see. In the last session, I picked up this fantastic hat with our newly acquired party member. I say newly acquired. He's been with us a long time. It's just we never used him. But yeah, back into the fold. Good old Don Fear, our scion of flame, who, by random chance, found probably one of the only hats in the game that comes with a feather. It was custom made specifically for him. Doesn't he look fantastic? The red robes, the hat, the colour coordination could do a bit of work though, to be fair. I mean, green, red and brown, a bit ad hoc if you ask me, but nonetheless the hat looks absolutely fantastic. Quite like the robes too. If the hat was red and the cloak was black, I think I'd be in heaven. But anyway, the reason why I'm in my inventory is not just to ogle Don Fear's hat, but it's also to go over this unsent letter which was lying beside the hat. Given Don Fear's excitement when he dived upon the hat on the floor, this unsent letter got a bit overlooked. So basically, I won't read it to you, compose it if you want to read it in its entirety, but basically the person whose hat this is came from Pitax, and he's reporting that things in Pitax are getting pretty bad. Yeah? Iravetti going a bit crazy, perhaps, mad with power, bit of infighting going on. It's not the place to be right now. So naturally, we'll probably be going there in the next chapter. Right in the heart of the melee. But there you go. So without further ado, let's crack on with the session, and we continue the Grand Tour, the Royal Grand Tour of Glenebon. Once we get back to the world map, because we're a little bit away from it, but hey. Oh, that was it, the Tegreth family. Who, Tegreth being a werewolf from Numeria, apparently. He was quite a formidable opponent. Also, Elquist is making out. A rogue claw came swiping across his face and took him off his feet. Slapped him silly, it did. Okay, let's carry on our adventures. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue the plan, which is kind of go to the northern reaches of Glenebon and then come down and then kind of along the middle bits and the bottom bits last. Can we do all of this in one session? Maybe. But I mean, there's ultimately no rush. I don't think there's anything here, but I kind of don't like to leave things unexplored. Oh, what am I doing? I know it's a grand tour, but we don't have to go over don't have to go over places 3 times. Right. First port of call, this mysterious shrine, which I think will link in with the mysterious shrine down here. Which makes sense because the puzzle down here, there was no solution to it here, so there's got to be a solution to it here, surely. Surely. So let's find out for certain here. You must be careful. I'm sensing perhaps Death Ward would be pretty useful. But I'm
in due time.
true. Ooh, hang on just a second. Yes, indeed. Mysterious Shrine. But slightly different to the other one. Farewell, my queen. Death was the best gift we could give you. And this shrine is... This, what was it called? Not obelisk, it was called something else, wasn't it? What was it called? I can't remember. What's the name of that damn thing? No. The megalith. Okay, well, we'll explore the area before we start wondering what the hell's going on with this megalith. Got to be a clue somewhere. Unless there's a third mysterious shrine area that holds the answers. So this megalith, completely empty. Right. Now, allow me to pause the video here. I'm just going to have a little bit of a play around. This is a slightly different sign compared to the other megalith. I wonder if the missing stones have some significance. But yeah, I'm just going to have a little play around here. Just move this about a bit. See if we can figure something out. But I don't want to bore you, you see. That's the issue. So leave it with me. I'll cut to when I've grown bored of moving this megalith up and down this column of squares in a random manner. Or if I solve the puzzle by some miracle. Anyway, back with you in a second. Righty-ho. We couldn't solve the problem, unfortunately. No signs of any clues. So I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe, just maybe, there's one more of these things somewhere in the region. If there isn't, then we're a bit screwed. Because we don't have the solution to that problem. Okay, desecrated cairn. Okay, this sounds bad. Desecration? By whom? By a great big chuffing monster, that's who. Oh, it's an indoor area. Also fills me with dread. Right, okay. Let us engage stealth, shall we? Well, there's the cairn. I almost sense an ambush about to happen. Bear with me. Okay. Oh boy. Is that it? That cannot be it. Oh, hang on. Some abandoned boxes, barrels, packs and crates. Examining everything will take several hours. Well, that's not as if we're in a rush. 4 hours, not bad. Did we actually get any... Oh, we did get something here. Ooh, gnome hooked hammer. A weapon that we shall no doubt sell. The ancient Kellid rope fragment, which goes towards the set, and some just general stuff. Oh, and an ancient leather scrap, which is another artifact. 8 lots of mead and 2 lots of pork. port. Not as good as poor tops, I'll have you know, but nonetheless it'll have to do. That actually reminds me, you know, it's only... Well, first of all, it's the 22nd of September. Apparently tomorrow... today... Oh, shoot. Oh, we're all completely in the wrong order here. Oh, hello. Hello there. With their mouths open, three hill giants stare at you, puzzled. Finally, after a long pause, one of them points his finger at you. You? Yes, me. Ask him, Grug. Shut up, Breck. The third giant has been silent all this time. Judging by his expression, he seems to be trying to figure out what's going on. Clearing his throat, Grug turns back to you. Who are you? I am Elquist, and I was simply passing by. No, this won't work with us. Breck lips his lips with his huge saw-covered tongue. Let's eat them, Grug. We'll eat them, right? What do you think? We're about to be flattened. We're about to be flattened, big style. Oh boy, the rest of the party really have to move. Donfear's going to get a massive shock to the system. Elquist, just pull wide for a second. Right, I'm just going to... Is it V for slow? Yeah. Attack of opportunity! Oh, he missed! He missed! Critical miss on Donfear! A critical miss on Donfear twice! We thank our lucky stars! We severely thank our lucky stars. Tristan, you get up there. Donfear, you may wish to do something here. Never fear. Right, let's try for a change. A bit of chain lightning. Old school. Can't beat a bit of chain lightning, can you? Casting chain lightning. And a bit of control. I don't know, you know, I don't think we're going to need to go too crazy here. Too mad. We will give ourselves a bit of a buff with some of Inspire Courage, and let's get ourselves into the attacks now. Elquist could now start flanking. Okay, we're doing a decent amount of damage here. Okay, we've got this now. Let's go up to normal speed. And there's a bit of chain lightning for you. How do you like them apples?
All according to plan.
Glug, Greg and Pug, whatever the hell we're called. It matters not what your name is, you great hulking idiots. Alright, that'll do. Phew! Donfear, you know, proving to be quite the slippery character. Twice the giants missed him. Nothing to do with their utter clumsiness, of course, and completely everything to do with Donfear's nimble hips. He claims to be quite the dancer. How his hat stuck on his head, I'll never know. Okay, desecrated cairn, explored. You continue on. Let's have a look up here.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Shush. No time for rest round these parts. So we're just gonna have a look round this little area. Can we? Look at that. Down into Pitax? Not just yet. Not just yet. Serpent Trail, have we been here? I don't believe so. You've never been to this location? No, we haven't. Wicked Hill. Serpent Trail. Wicked Field, Wicked Hill. We have an area down there. So we've got to explore. Well, basically what we'll do is we'll go to Charred Ruins. After Serpent Trail, we'll go to Charred Ruins. Shoeish Gulch, we'll fill that gap in. Come back down this way. Giant's Palm, and then this lower quadrant, and then we're done. We've still got 5 days left until we have to resolve our problems in our realm, so plenty of time. Do we rest? Of course we don't. Sometimes we like to live life on the edge.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
It would be nice, yes, Lindsay. Having 1,000,000 gold coins would be nice. Doesn't mean we're going to get it, does it?
Follow my lead.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's a portal situation. It's a portal. Ooh. Oh, why? You don't like portals. All right, we're here. I'm hoping it's a portal into a cave or something that's not too onerous. Ooh, it's oh, where's this? The other way. I mean, it seems like a relatively big area. We've kind of come right into the middle of somewhere. First World Mince Pie. Sounds quite nice, actually. I mean, I don't even like mince pies. Okay, I'll rephrase that. I don't like most mince pies. There are certain mince pies that actually I don't mind. Most of them I don't like. I'm not a big fan, really. But Sainsbury's, for those of you in the UK who know what I'm talking about, Sainsbury's do a really nice mince pie, actually. I mean, I've eaten Sainsbury's mince pies before, but yeah, most mince pies I'm not overly keen. I think what I quite like about the Sainsbury's mince pies is nice and sweet and a lovely buttery pastry. Makes up for the mince in the middle, which is not obviously proper mince. It's, of course, you know, bits of fruit, currants, and a bit of a strange flavoury thing. Anyway, I was about to explain before we were interrupted by giants that it's I think it's the autumn, start of autumn tomorrow, and today is the last day, especially in the northern hemisphere, that the daylight is longer than the night. As of tomorrow, it's going to be longer nights as the nights get longer and longer and longer to a rather depressing early, you know, sunset at bloody 4 o'clock jobby in December. Anyway, sorry about that. Bringing the mood down a touch. Anyway, we've got a poisonous primal doom poisonous primal doom hydra. Say that quickly. You know what I mean? Whilst we've had a few drinks. Okay, well, there's one potential way to help us deal with this situation, and that's to cast a resistance to poison, if we can. Would it be useful? No, is that on a single person, or is that on communal? Okay, that's pretty useful. I mean, we might cast a bless, just because we can. And we might also cast a... Oh, we don't have any help bars with him still. I keep forgetting. We'll cast a mirror. Yeah, we're going to be resting soon. We could cast a whole host of spells if we really wanted to. We might cast a haste, actually. There we go. I mean, that's probably enough.
Where to now?
Oh, there you go. Look, he tried to spit poison on us, but we were one step ahead. There you go, you little Doom Hydra fool.
As it should be.
We were ready for your tricks. Oh, gloves and a long spear. Let's have a look at this. Oh, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this. So this is Alkali gloves. Oh, so it gives us a means to provide... So whenever the wearer of these gloves successfully lands a hit with a melee weapon, an unarmed strike or a natural weapon, the target takes an additional 1d6 points of acid damage. Well, we don't have any gloves on. Let's put them on. So in addition to our sneak attack damage and our damage of stabbiness, we are now doing an extra 1d6 of acid damage too. Great for taking down trolls and other stuff that can only be killed with acid. So, yeah, that's pretty good.
All according to plan.
Quite good. That can't be the only thing in here. I mean, not that I'm complaining if it is, to be honest with you. I don't know why I'm moaning. That can't be the only thing in here. Well, it can be, and don't you worry your head about it if it is. Yeah, look at that. It is only the thing in here. That's actually, you can't access that. This is all rocked off. Just being down there. I mean, those gloves are certainly worth coming in for, to be honest with you. On their own. Oh, hang on. What's happened? Dragon Slayer? Oh, identifies Dragon Slayer.
In due time.
Okay, that was a lot less arduous than I anticipated.
My strength betrays me.
Your strength betrays you, says the man with 30 strength. I mean, yeah, I'll be honest with you, you're not full strength. But 28, I still won't be grumbling, if I were you. Still superhuman levels of strength, pal. Never happy, eh? Okay, Serpent Trail. Kind of lived up to its name, I suppose, because they're kind of serpenty, aren't they, those hydras? Okay, charred ruins, here we come. Why are the ruins charred, I wonder? Dragons, perhaps? Nah, surely not. I don't know why I said that. Because you know it's going to be some dragon creature. You do know that now, don't you? Because I've put the commentator's curse on myself. And I haven't rested. Which is rather foolish, considering that I am anticipating this being quite a nasty potential area. With a name like Charred Ruins.
Follow my lead.
Oh, it's only a skillfully crafted iron golem that's actually friendly. For now... We took down the other craft, but it was a skillfully crafted stone golem last time, I believe. Well, I'm not digging this. I'm not digging this at all. Really, I'm not digging this. I'm going to save it, just in case we end up dead. There's a chest there, that's all he's guarding. Okay. Do you reckon we can get away with this without fighting? I don't know. Should we even try it? Or should we buff in preparation? I kind of know the answer. But I'm reluctant to do it. Because why? Right, Donphy, just give us a bit of stone-skinned communal. I think that'll probably do us. Just the one buff. And Lindsay, sing us a song. Maybe that'll do us. Maybe a bit of Hurricane Bow. And that. That might do. Possibly. Anybody else for anything else? Anything else? Maybe a bit of Good Hope? It's just turning into a buffing session now, in terms of like... Only just 1 or 2, and then it's now turning into a few. Just a few, and maybe a bit of haste too. You know, whilst we're here. Right, okay, it's Reggie, Elquist saying, we just go and prod this golem, see if it's activated. No problem, he says, full of confidence. Priority task, guard master's possessions. I think we seem to have angered it. Reggie, you seem to have just brought it alive. Team, attack! Oh, somebody got some constitution damage. Who was that? Oh, Elquist. Why Elquist? Why did you hit him for? What's he done to you? Oh, heavens. How much is it for? Only 1 damage, it's fine. You blasted golem. Right, anyway. As you were, I think we'll
not far.
make sure that we can open this by ensuring that we have the appropriate gear on, aka Vest of 100 Pockets. And we'll also ensure that Lindsay provides us with a Inspire Competence as well, just in case. And if we want to be really sure, can ensure that Tristan also provides us with a Blessing of the Faithful. Which means that Elquist currently has a trickery of 35, which should be enough to open most things, I would have thought. There you go. Or maybe it wasn't even locked. That's a belt. For a brief moment, it looked like a bit of a hat. Right, let's have a look what this belt is, shall we? This is the Sash of Slash. +6 enhancement bonus to Dex. And a DR5 against slashing. Oh, we've got to give that to Elquist. Sorry about this. He loses the con, which means he loses a bit of health. But it gives him damage resistance against slash and higher dex, which should increase his AC to 28 now. Should it not? No, it doesn't provide anything extra. Dex of 22, though. So Dex 22 with it on. Dex 24 with that on. So it does provide more Dex. It's not changing his AC, though. Dexterity bonus +3. Why isn't it changing his... It's quite a significant decrease to his hit points. I don't know if I'm digging this, actually. Don't know if I'm digging it. I mean, at the end of the day, more Dex isn't going to harm. In fact, more Dex also affects his attack, right? Yeah, look at that. It puts his attack up by 1 because he uses his Dex for his attack bonus. So it's no worse AC, better Dex, but less health. It's a bit of a toss-up, but we'll go. He shouldn't be getting hit that often anyway, so we'll chance it. This is physical form belt. Now, can somebody else use that? That's physical perfection. Maybe you? 4 strength and con. No, he can't get dex because of the fact that he's already got dex from something else. From the gloves. Donfear? Donfear! Look at that! Dex and con for that extra bit of health. Okay.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Thanks, Lindsay!
And so they walked on.
Why are you still singing? Oh, she stopped singing now. Well, that went okay. I'm quite pleased with that. That's a new pair of gloves for Elquist. New belt for Elquist.
Resting would be nice.
Yes, resting would be nice, possibly, but we're finding loads of stuff here. It's a shame not to make use of our time in grabbing it all, if you don't mind. Right now, fatigued, so we're going to rest, and we're going to treat ourselves. We're feeling chipper. We're feeling good. Elquist is certainly feeling good. New crown on his head recently, now some new gloves, which fit like a glove. New belt. I mean, Donfear is a little irksome in the party. I mean, he's crap at keeping watch. He's too busy regaling the party with tales when he should be focusing on whether the enemy's approaching. Will you be quiet, Donfear, and blasted keep a lookout? Right, we've picked up some new recipes, so let's see if we can make any of them. Or if we wish to make any of them. Chocolate ice cream is nice when you're in a dungeon. That requires a lot of checks. Caneberry pie? Oh, there's only one caneberry. I kind of want something a bit new. We've got loads of... Do you know what? We'll go with a bit of Hunter's Roast. Nice bit of roast dinner. How about that? Nice bit of roast dinner outside the gulch. Sounds delightful.
Are you tired of pretending to be a saint? I know deep inside you're just like us.
Lindsay or Tristan?
You mean I have the same red blood flowing through my veins? Yes. In that way, I'm no different from you. But as for the rest...
Okay, camouflage successful. 6 rations foraged and an excellent hunter's roast. We wouldn't expect anything less from our Lindsay. Everlight blessing, check. Right, excellent. Shoeist Gulch, you say? Don't mind me. Okay, our way was blocked by a huge crevice in the ruddy rock, carved out by wind and rain. As wide as 3 or 4 humans laying end to end, and at least 3 times as deep. It stretched in both directions, as far as we could see. Looking down over the cliff, I saw something that made me wince. Among the rocks on the sandy, yellow ochre floor was a body. We'll inspect the wall of the gorge to determine how difficult climbing down would be. It shouldn't be too much of a challenge for our Ecundio, of course, but we'll make sure first. It wouldn't be easy to climb down where we were, but a few dozen steps away we found a good combination of bulges, cracks and ledges that would make for a somewhat more convenient path. After a bit of planning, we plotted a route that even an amateur climber could handle. And now we'll just examine the body before we make a move. The loose-fit embroidered frock and bronze skin marked him as a man of Taldor. His knapsack lay half open nearby, and a variety of random things were scattered along the floor of the gorge. Judging by the body's position, the poor man fell to his death. It couldn't have been long before, as the rocks and sand near his body were still dark with blood. Had he simply gotten too close to the cliff and stumbled? Or did he try to climb down the rock face? And if so, why? Okay, so Ecundio's obviously going down first. Naturally, as our Mr. Nimble. After rubbing some dust on his hands and peeling off his boots, Ecundio dropped below the cliff edge and started climbing down. His deft fingers found purchase in even the smallest cracks, and his feet found secure footholds along the way. Soon, Ecundio smiled and waved up to us from the bottom of the gorge. After a brief rest, Ecundio caught the knapsacks we threw down to him. Spreading our blankets and coats on the ground and strategically scattering what pillows we had around, he prepared to help us. And so we started to climb down, one at a time. Voices echoed among the rocks, advice from those who'd reached the bottom mixed along with some good-natured teasing, laughter, with some arguing. Suddenly, a stone slipped from under someone's foot and fell right towards the heads of those already on the ground. Oh, poor Elquist. He had just started taking a drink of water and wasn't paying attention. Don't underestimate the dexterity and reflexes of a seasoned adventurer, though. Hearing our cries, he immediately jumped away and drew his weapon, looking around in a panic as the stone landed beside him with a loud thud. God, our leader almost meeting his maker from a falling stone. Could you imagine the indignity of it all? Our whole team finally made it down to investigate the dead man's body. We'd guessed right. The poor fellow had clearly died on impact. A lot of different types of gear had been scattered around in the sand. Armour, tools, even scythes and hammers. It was clear that this was much more than a single person could carry. Oh well, we might as well search the body whilst we are here. Shovel, camping supplies and rations. The gear in the knapsack and on the man's body were well preserved, but what we found lying on the crevice floor was corroded and useless. Spearheads and swords crumbled at the touch, and the armour had so many holes it looked like delicate lace. If not for the poor condition, there'd have been enough to outfit a whole regiment. We also noticed something that couldn't be seen from above. A large stone stood blocking a hole in the wall. A sickly, sweet smell leaked out from the dark, narrow crack that remained. And so we decided to enter, foolishly, who knows. But we all pushed the stone together, and it moved with ease, only to immediately release an incredible stench. We found a small cave, but what was in it? Gods, it was full of charred, half-decomposed bodies, and lying among them were huge grey eggs covered with some sticky slime. No. We tried to determine what the eggs were. Oh no. We'd never seen anything like them, but one of our party members recalled a story they'd heard from a travelling scientist late one night in a roadhouse. Drunk as could be, the gnome laughed as she recounted a tale from some desert nomads about a giant worm capable of killing you with a single touch and shooting lightning from its eyes. Any time a caravan was lost to the sands, the nomads blamed it on these worms. The female worms were said to gather dozens of corpses together to keep their eggs warm, with the extra benefit of providing a food source for newly born worms, other than their brothers and sisters. Most citizens and academia at large dismissed the story as superstition, of course. That was when we heard some strange sounds, like someone moving huge mounds of sand nearby. And the sound was coming towards us quickly. We rushed to search the corpses as quickly as possible. The corpses had been ravaged, covered with gigantic tooth marks, and burned by electricity and acid. Most of the clothing and items were unrecognisable. They were so eaten by the acid. Even the cave walls had been polished down by it. We did manage to find a golden ring with a gemstone on one dead woman's finger, a corrosive substance unable to damage the king of metals. The noise continued to grow louder, emphasised with strange, dull sounds, as though the ground itself were muttering in some otherworldly language with a dry, coarse tongue. And then a wave of sand rose from the far entrance of the gorge, and the crest of the wave was coming straight for us. I see no reason to break the eggs, so we shall make ourselves scarce. We have the ring, we have some tools, let us not push our luck any further. A fountain of sand and dust erupted not 100 steps from us. From the ground emerged a gigantic oblong head attached to a long, muscular body with no shoulders. The creature clearly resembled a worm, but it was thick as century-old oak. Its hide was covered with warts and oozed a sticky yellow secretion, leaving a wet trail along the sand. Lightning shot from its gaping mouth, lighting up its immense throat. The air took on the smell of a storm as a monster barreled towards us. Ooh, what do we do? 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 Look for shelter and scatter. Climb the rock. You can't really climb a rock when this thing is already upon us, so we'll try running first. Oh no, how do we fail a mobility check? Oh, where's the check? Failed. Oh, because we rolled a 1. That's why we failed. Oh. We flew like the wind, pushed to amazing feats of agility despite our heavy gear. We heard the crackling sound of electricity discharge and the chomping of massive jaws behind us as we fled. Elquist was running on his last legs, and he fell further and further behind us. In one great surge, the worm caught up to him, and Elquist let out a blood-curdling scream as he was pulled into the air, arms flailing. We're not sure how or when we finally lost the monster. We waited for night, and after making sure we could see and hear no trace of the worm in the area, we returned to recover our friend's body from the... Oh! Dead? Not dead? No, not dead apparently. I thought we were dead. How was it read it like we were eaten alive or something. Maybe it just tossed us aside, tossed us into the air or whatever. Had its fun with us. Good Lord, I thought we were game over. All because we rolled a 1 on a bloody mobility check, could you imagine? Right, okay, we're done there then. We haven't actually explored Tenacious March, which is actually part of the Dire Nal marches, which we could finish the session off at. We are actually at 48 minutes, which will be a little bit less, considering that... I'm going to edit out some of the stuff with the obelisk thing, but not much. And there's a plank stretch too. Right, giant palm. What's this? A giant palm tree? A giant palm is in a giant hand palm? We'll soon find out. It's it's an okay, relatively largish area, but nothing major. Usual kind of map layout. Okay, there's nothing there of interest, which means there's probably something outside, like a ferocious Smilodon. That's got a name. Or maybe that's just the name of the creature. A hatred Smilodon? Makes no sense. Hatred? Ferocious Smilodon? Whoa! 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 It's a good job we put that thing down quickly. It was about to munch on Lindsay. About to have her for breakfast. She's only a little, bless her. Should have been gone in one bite.
Look ahead.
Ooh, goodies. Now, what on earth is that? Enforcer's robe. Oh, Elquist has got the wrong bloody thing on. Right, there we go. So, this is a +1 dodge bonus to AC. And a +5 to unarmed attacks. Can only... Oh, it's a monk. Oh. Well. It's 9 grand, I suppose. 9 grand in the coffers when we sell it.
All according to plan.
I was hoping it might have been something either for Elquist, or if not, for either Donfear or Tristan, but no, unfortunately not. Never mind. Could do with a second fire robe, really. If I ever stumble across one. I don't know if I've actually sold one before now.
As it should be.
I wouldn't have thought I'd have sold one. But I have been known to do such foolish things in the past. Okay, Giant's Palm done, which means we're just now going to amble our way around... Oh, somebody on the road. Pitax. Oh, I think the game is thinking that we're going into Pitax right now, which we're not. We're just trying to explore the rest of Glenebon. Right, so our road, once again, led us to the border of Pitax, where bandits, unconcerned for the law, often lie in wait for innocent victims. Imagine how surprised we were when, instead of bandits, we bumped into a guard patrol. Could it be that King Irivetti was determined to restore order along his border? I've seen all sorts of miracles, but this would be hard to believe. The guard kindly informed us that the borders were closed due to a travel ban. This was not because of a war or plague, but because of the celebration. The kingdom was preparing for the Rushlight tournament, and the king was busy giving personal consultations to painters, artists, and the masters of the stage who would be responsible for the event. The king and I exchanged smiles. Too bad for the poor artists. According to the guard, the king ordered the borders closed to keep secret the details of his coming triumph. The guardsmen were polite, but adamant. So, yeah, we're not intending to go into Pitax. I kind of feel like this is what you do. Blurt this out, you know, especially after the recent encounter with some of the people from Pitax that landed on our doorstep, one of which was banished. Could it be that the true reason for this ban is to prevent King Irivetti's subjects from leaving the country? The guard spared no effort to assure us that this was just rumour and speculation, coming from unproven sources. But of course we knew full well that it was no rumour. In fact, many refugees had fled Irivetti's kingdom to find a new home in our lands. I myself am living proof of that, says Lindsay. Okay, so Lindsay's going to give us a short lecture. And about the Rushlight River tournament and champions and yeah, fighting and blah de blah de blah, and then we will turn back. Okay, so that's not the right way, so we'll have to go down this. Oh, and there's Fossil Fields 2 and Pike Stretch. Right, we're at 53 minutes, so we're getting towards the hour mark. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 lands left. Then we're going to return to here and then sort out some kingdom management. So that's probably enough content for another session. So we will leave this one here. And I don't usually like to do this kind of thing, but I'm probably going to Google this mysterious shrine because it is bugging me. It's bugging me. Allow me this one thing. I haven't Googled where to find all the locations of the special armours and all the parts that we've been missing. Just allow me this one little peek, if you will. Anyway, in the next session, we finish our Grand Tour of Glenebon. We return to our kingdom and do some management. Until then, though, it's bye for now.